Strategy. It's a big word. Quite often it's thrown around in meetings and workshops and LinkedIn posts, maybe even in your friends' group chats, but honestly, I don't think many people really know what it means. So let's get into that. Hey, I'm Tom. I transitioned from engineering into marketing, spent the last decade working across industries, everything from drones to gaming to Web3, and now I'm here sharing everything I've learned to help creators, marketers and founders just like you cut through the noise. And today we're going to be breaking down strategy and what that really means, and more importantly, how you can actually use it. So, at its core, strategy is really just a series of choices that lead you toward your goal, whatever that is. But those choices can be planned out, written down, made clear, intentional, and really making sure that they're all aligned and progressive to help you keep moving forward. And lots of writers out there and gurus and things can label it in lots of different ways, but really the most important things that you need to think about are just three questions. First of all, you need to think about why. What's the purpose that you're doing? What's the motivation behind it? Why is it that you want to do it? Secondly, what? So this is really defining how you're going to know that you're making progress, and particularly how you're going to know that you've successfully done whatever it is, whatever the goal is that you're trying to achieve. And then the third thing is how, and this is basically actions and stepping stones that you'll take along your path to get to the desired output. So let me give you an example. When I started this YouTube channel, my strategy was very simple. It was why. I wanted to explore creativity, psychology, and marketing, and really I just wanted to share my insights to help other creators, hopefully like you, thrive and succeed. My what, the success for me, was about building a community of engaged creators and marketers and a place on this YouTube platform where people can come along and resonate with my ideas if they want to. And three, my how was consistently writing quality material, being consistent on the message that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about marketing one week and then cooking and then travel. I very much want to keep this focused. I've experimented with a few different formats, but I always wanted to keep it simple. So just a camera and a script basically, and very little flashy editing so far. That might come in the future. But yeah, those are my hows. Consistency, experimenting with ideas, and making sure that everything I'm doing was engaging. Yeah, so that was my strategy for this YouTube series and starting a YouTube channel. But really this can be applied to anything. If you're building up a brand, your why might be, I want to have a strong brand for this product, we want to have good, strong marketing foundations, and we want to be recognized. What success looks like for that is having confidence to go and fundraise, or hiring people in your team, or selling products that you actually want to. And the how might be things like creating an impactful narrative on your website, or creating very custom and tailored slides to talk to fundraisers. The how can vary quite a lot when you're building a brand. Yeah. Now, lots of people talk about strategy, but there's quite a few dangerous myths out there that I want to dispel. So the first and the most common thing that I see is when someone says that they're big into strategy in marketing or fundraising or product building, whatever it is, a lot of people assume that their strategy has to be this like complex, very rigid plan, like on a massive Gantt chart. But really strategy isn't that. That's very much a way of displaying and communicating strategy, but the strategy is more subtle and sits underneath that. It really is why you're doing stuff. A great strategy is flexible, it's creative, it's rooted deeply in the values of your organization and what it is that you're trying to do. And another important thing is that your strategy should be like genuinely exciting. It should be a genuinely different way of doing things that other people aren't doing. And you should be able to get excited about it, because then your audience will get excited about it. So a lot of people try and make strategy complex and layer it up with all this jargon and make it seem like a scary, daunting thing. It really doesn't have to be. It can be as simple as, we're creating a new food brand and our strategy is to go and work with small creators because we're the ones who, we really like working with small creators. We really like the way that they're cooking or putting out content and stuff. That's as complicated as it needs to be. And yeah, it should definitely be flexible and adaptable, because if the world changes, and it always does, your strategy can and should adapt to what's happening. The goal isn't to achieve perfection, it's to achieve clarity and alignment in the way that you're going to get to your goal. Yeah, I think if you're exploring strategy, or you feel like whatever it is you're doing requires a strategy and you might feel a bit lost right now, I would recommend you sit down, write down your why in one clear sentence if you can, define your what. So this is one measurable outcome of success that you think, when we get that, I know that we would have done what we set out to do. And then set out 3 to 5 hows, some tactics that are going to realistically get you there. Write it down on a piece of paper, put it in front of you or somewhere on your desk, have a quick look at it every morning, and just review and adjust and think, are we still on the path? Is this strategy still relevant for us? Yeah, so remember that a strategy doesn't have to be daunting. It's simply knowing why you're doing something, what it is you're aiming for, and how you'll get there. It's like planning a trip. Keep it simple, stay flexible, trust in yourself, you've got this. And yeah, if you found this helpful, please subscribe, join me on this creative journey. We're going to continue to explore ideas about marketing, creativity, psychology, and yeah, we're going to keep it practical and exciting. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.